This is it. The cold bowl. Let's get dirty.
Our intention on the second take of Charlie's Angels is just to make it much more tough and have a lot more sort of decidedly traditional male energy.
Motocross is taking danger, bottling it, and putting it on film. There's no wires, there's no pads, there's just these incredible jumps and leaps.
McG really felt that motorcycling hadn't really been put out in a way that was as dynamic as he saw it could be. So he wanted to have three girls who were capable. That's McG. They're capable of anything. They can do anything.
Of course, McG knows all the radical motocross people and was just mesmerized. And getting to watch these guys drive around, I was in complete awe. They were so hot and so great.
To me, it's about the most fantastic thing happening on the planet Earth. It's just so exciting. It's so right in the wheelhouse of Charlie's Angels. Like, I mean, I took one look at that. I said, we got to get this in the picture.
We knew we couldn't get a huge crowd in, you know, and we knew that doing it at the stadium would cost X amount in lighting and stuff like that. So it got retooled to be sort of more of an underground event.
I've been trying to get that location on film for maybe 10 years. We were driving by it one day, and I suggested to McG, I said, let's just pull the car over and take a look at this, and then we don't have to talk about it again. And when he saw it, he fell in love with it.
I wanted to create, you know, a very stark, dangerous backdrop. And so we created a 360-degree stadium made of coal. So all you would get is a composition of blue sky, black as coal, and then these animatronic, freaky come-to-life athletes that would get 100 feet of air and just lose their minds and do flips and land it and crash.
The magnet that brought them there was the second unit director, because Mick Rogers is a motorcycle racer, and it's such a small group that you contact 2 or 3 of them and everybody wants to be involved.
I designed the jumps, kind of roughed them in the way we wanted them, and then we let them play with the elbows a little bit to make them right for them, so they're just perfect.
I get on the bike! Yeah, man, solid as usual.
They got some of the best riders in the world. They've all either won championships or won races, and you know, they're all big names on the supercross and freestyle circuit.
Freestyle is just big jumps. We want all the height we can get and all the hang time and all the stall out. You kind of just slowly stall in and drop in where racers are trying to skip over things and get going fast.
There are no girls at that level in professional sport. So we went and picked guys that were the right shape and size, and also with the right professional attitude.
They are going to put me in a wig underneath the helmet. Biggest thing, they said they want to cover up my tattoos because it's pretty tight, lycra fitting suit. It's not something I would wear personally, but since it's for Cameron Diaz, I guess I'll do it.
Amazingly, they looked exactly like us. I don't know how they pulled that off. Scary.
This butt does look nice in those pants. Yeah, I wasn't too excited about his boobs and the wig.
Hey, don't let this kid tell you any lies.
Got a call from McG. He said that we'd love to have you out here for a cameo shot. And then I'm also stunt doubling with Cameron Diaz doing the backflip.
I know Mike, I've known him for a long, long time, and I have seen him do the backflip, and it's amazing. Riding a motorcycle like this that weighs as much as it does, and the motor doing what it does, for him to do that high in the air, it's just absolutely incredible.
When I was racing in the 80s, wasn't even thought of. We just always thought that the gyro effect was never going to happen on a motorcycle with the RPM on the engine, and it's really amazing to see.
Most people look at somebody do a backflip on a 225-pound bike and they're just like, that's not supposed to happen.
They may play the part as gang extremists, but they're not. They're very logical, they think about what they're doing, and they don't want to get hurt for any particular reason.
A lot of people have an outlook on us that we're crazy, we're wild, and kind of, I guess, like misfits, you know? And we're not. I mean, we're true professional athletes. I mean, I can guarantee we train harder than almost any sport in the world.
He's got it down pat. He's got this ramp set a certain way, exactly how fast to come in, and every time he does it right.
Click second, just jump that thing perfect.
You watch them do it, and it looks so effortless, but on the other hand, there's no way in a million years they're even going to get me to think about trying it.
You can't show up with fear inside of you, otherwise you're not going to get through what you're trying to accomplish. So it's kind of like the Shaolin ninjas do. You take fear and you toss it out your mind, and don't really worry about the consequences.
There's Supermans, there's cliffhangers, there's Indian Air. They have all these different names for this. It's just wild. I've raced since '70, and it still amazes me, just to watch. I know exactly what they're doing, but it still puts me in kind of awe about it.
D-camera playing back.
These guys kind of look outside the bubble and just create new tricks and new lines and where to go and how to work it all. It's incredible.
Pretty cool to watch the reaction on their faces when we get done doing a big trick and they just go, wow.
There's a lot of technical skills on the motorcycle. You got your throttle, your brake, back brake, clutch. So it's a lot to learn. Just take baby steps and expect to visit the hospital 1 or 2 times.
It's always the landings that can bite you. You come up a little bit short, you can flip over the bars. You come up too far sideways, it'll throw you. High side, we call it. Unfortunately, all of us have had our fair share of broken bones and surgeries and injuries because of stuff like that.
Rich Taylor is a camera bike operator. He's the most talented guy who understood the implications of what we wanted him to do, and that was put 30 pounds of gap on a motocross bike and then jump it across these 75-foot gaps.
This is actually a special mount that they built. It's an aluminum mount to hold a camera, and basically I can follow the riders around and do the jumps, and it just gives the directors a much different angle than anybody else could ever get.
It's a big deal because it's bad enough if your bike quits anyway that you're going to wad up. At least you can kind of get away from your bike. But with the camera mount in the front or the back, he wasn't going to get clear of it no matter what he did. So it was either do or die.
On a normal bike, if you're a little crooked, it'll swap back and forth a little bit, but it's no big deal. You can control it. But with 30 extra pounds on the bike, when it swaps big, and it can definitely throw you down in a hurry.
The girls wanted to meet the guys as much as the guys wanted to meet the girls. So I called them all and said, hey, I'm bringing the girls to Anaheim. None of them believed me until they saw them on the floor. And when I got out here, I asked Cameron and Drew, would you mind taking a minute? I want to meet them. I want their autograph. And it was great. I mean, the girls were up on top of the hill taking pictures of all of my guys.
I do get a kick out of seeing such beautiful creatures as Cameron, Drew, and Lucy doing well in such rough environments. You know what I mean? I really, really like that. You know, where you do get banged up and bruised and dirty and burned by the tailpipe on your calf. And I think it's exciting to see these ladies who then turn around and clean up and go into a Townsend agency sequence where they're exercising their comedic skills at Bernie Mac, coming right off the scene where they were, you know, flying around the motocross track.